Hey gang, Roland here. As you can see in this game, we've got Ramagar playing the Tier 7 German battleship Gneisenau. He is divisioned with two other ICOPs, Dark Wolf 782 in Gneisenau, and Alf Radagast playing the Duke of York. Matchmaking's pretty darn great. No CV, that's really nice. And they are top tier. Torpedo threats, well, there is a salmon on the enemy team. Eagle, not as much of a torpedo threat unless it rushes you and gets a good angle. Jervis, that's a torpedo threat. Leander, that's a torpedo threat. Fiji, that's a torpedo threat. I think really the cruisers are more of a torpedo threat than the DDs myself. But either way, nice matchmaking. This should be a slugfest of a game. And you see that Ram was checking out the battleships don't go here sign. Which is very often ignored. Shiratsuyu just riding right in Ram's back pocket instead of getting out there and spotting. That's disappointing, let's just say that. Okay, what can I tell you about the Gneisenau? Well, it's a very fun ship to play. You got 6 guns. You can see there 3 turrets, 2 fore, 1 aft, each with 2 barrels. These guns are 380s. They reload in a base 26 seconds. HE shells do a max damage 4,400, 34% fire chance. AP shells, well, very hard-hitting AP shells. Max damage with the AP 11,600, and a 26 millimeter overmatch, which at this tier, when you're top tier, pretty devastating, hard to deal with. So the Queen Elizabeth, it's going to struggle. And I guess really Nagatos as well, and Nelson too. So the enemy battleships are going to struggle with these shells. Now Ram's detected, and there is why right there. Ram gets the secondaries working. You can see he's got the secondary range up to 9.5 kilometers, and there's a second torpedo threat there in the form of the Leander, and secondary is now firing on both sides of the ship. Ram comes just a little bit starboard to be able to get a shot off on the Leander, and Leander is just so susceptible to getting blapped. Ram maneuvers around these Eagle torpedoes, but his shells on the Leander crash harmlessly into the island. And Ram's going to throw the nose out here a little bit in hope of catching the, well, if not the Leander, maybe the Queen Elizabeth. The Queen Elizabeth looks like it may have stopped. Ram gets an aircraft up. Queen Elizabeth says, I don't want anything to do with getting close to the Gneisenau. Ooh, showing broadside at this range, that Queen Elizabeth's in trouble. Yeah, a little over 10,000 damage. And Ram's got help over here now. Did the Shiratsuyu just fire? Okay, I guess it's just the torpedoes. And Queen Elizabeth's trying to angle out. That still might have really hurt. Yeah, another 5,400. Over 4 minutes into the game, neither team has lost a ship, but I Love Brisket in the Queen Elizabeth is looking a little bit worse for the wear. Ram shows broadside, gets pummeled a little bit himself, gets a repair party going as he looks to get another volley off on the Queen Elizabeth. Not really any shot on the Leander. Ram opting to hold his fire. Might have been hoping to get a shot on the Leander, but just didn't make itself available. Shiratsuyu torpedoes the Eagle. Down it goes. And the good guys are now ahead on the scoreboard, 430 to 355. And the Queen Elizabeth, well, that Queen Elizabeth is in big trouble. Being chased by two Gneisenau and a Duke of York. And the Duke of York, if you're not familiar, has hydro. So the Eagle, even if it was in position to get torpedoes away, would really struggle landing torpedoes on Alf or Dark Wolf as long as that hydro was active. Now, Queen Elizabeth doesn't have any choice. He has to turn or he's going to run into the island, and Ram's liable to finish him right here. Nope. You can see he's got his heel going. He's trying to get some HP back, but I think Dark Wolf will probably finish him. He or Alf. Whoever gets the next good volley on him is probably going to take him out of the game. Ram's trying to slow down to be able to get a shot on this Leander that's kind of pushed south a little bit. And Leander is not having any of that. He says, nope, I'm just going to stop right here. And Rieger finishes him off. Rieger in the Lyon. Rieger, who is not in the division, but who is an ICOP nonetheless. Way to go, Rieger. Yeah, I didn't even notice. We got, obviously, a sink drop, right? Who's in the Fiji? I should have been paying attention. So I apologize to whoever's in the Fiji. We got a total of 5 ICOPs in this battle. Oh, it's Bly. So Rieger and Bly are divisioned up, and nice sink drop with Ram, Alf, and ooh, yeah, nice shot. Finished him off. And Dark Wolf, and the 5 ICOPs all on this side of the map, pretty much dominating. Good guys now down 4 ships, bad guys down 5. Good guys still have a 115-point lead. And the Shiratsuyu looks to be headed for the bad guys' cap, while the bad guys look to be moving into the friendly cap in force as ICOP steams back toward their own cap in hope that Shiratsuyu will be able to secure them the win. Jervis is facing off against Helena. Rieger takes a little chip damage from Nagato, but Nagato is showing a lot of broadside to now 3 battleships, and, well, I guess that's 4 battleships as Rieger comes around the corner south in the Lyon. There's also Nelson sitting in the cap, and Ram, seeing that both ships are accumulating in the cap, accumulating some time there, he says, well, I'm going to get the other ship reset as well. Helena did win the battle versus the Jervis, and that is, I think, probably going to secure the win for the good guys. And I imagine Ram's probably kicking himself right then. That Fiji came out at just the right time. Nice shot, good damage. But I bet if Rieger had one more second, if Ram had one more second, he would have held fire and put those shells on the Fiji instead. So we got Dark Wolf, Alf, Ram, and Rieger pushing into the Nelson. Oof, that hurt. And now the secondaries are going to work. Citadel's the Nelson from about 9 kilometers out. Nagato is pushing north. The friendly Sub might finish off Nagato. And Nelson has activated the super heal, back up to 17,000 HP, more or less. Nagato running full broadside. This is liable to really hurt. Nope, not as bad as I had thought it might be, but I think every ICOP on this team is going to get a broadside shot on the Nagato. Be a minor miracle if he survives. And Ramagar is pinged by the salmon. And Radagast does, in fact, finish off the Nagato. As Ram works to get some depth charges in the water and gets a second chance on the Fiji. Unfortunately, picks up just 4 overpens. Finishes off the salmon. Nice game, Ram. A double strike. Beautiful. And liable to be able to pick up the Nelson here as fires are kind of accumulating on Ram's ship. And Ram picks up the Kraken Unleashed. Awesome job. Awesome job. This is going to be over very suddenly. ICOP, great job. Ram, great game. Dark Wolf, Alf, Bly, Reger, way to play. Those of you joining me, really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.